Well, it's taken a while, but you are starting to see now the agenda from the new Dutch government, which of course contains within it the party of Geert Wilders, the party that won the most seats at the last Dutch election. And the trend right across Europe, right across the European Union, is very clear now. You've seen, of course, Germany try and backtrack on some of the EU agenda and try and put in place some form of border controls, of course, heavily restricted inside the European Union. And you're now seeing the new Dutch government talking about the toughest asylum reform in history. And you see the Minister for Asylum and Migration from Geert Wilders' PVV party saying we must change direction and cut the influx immediately. And that they're introducing the strictest asylum policy ever. Indeed, they're looking at emergency laws here. And you see the quote there again from the Asylum Minister now in the Netherlands. We are taking measures to make the Netherlands as unattractive as possible for asylum seekers, even looking to use a royal decree to enact emergency powers, saying they're looking to do this as soon as possible. Now, when you look at the details of this plan, it contains the following. That overall, this government wants to tighten up border controls, that they want to declare an asylum emergency as soon as possible, that family reunions will be limited to children under the age of 18, limits the number of appeals that can be made. Refugees can only bring in close family members after 2 years if they have proper housing and a stable income. Legislation that requires authorities to take their fair share of people will be scrapped. Accommodation will be more basic. Recognised refugees will no longer be automatically entitled to a permanent residency after 5 years, will have to return to their country of origin if it is safe. And that the Netherlands will ask the EU for an opt-out from EU asylum rules. And I think this really sums up again the madness of being inside the European Union, that an elected government now are having to go to the EU and ask Brussels, please, can we have an opt-out from your rules? From the, in this case, migration and asylum rules, the government's programme reading. The government will announce in Brussels as soon as possible that the Netherlands wants an opt-out of European asylum and migration regulations. However, of course, the EU Commission saying that all member states are bound by the rules, and they say that we have adopted legislation, it's adopted. You don't opt out of adopted legislation in the European Union. That's a general principle. And I just think, again, it shows you, inside the EU, with an elected government having to go and ask Brussels for an opt-out of the rules. I do wonder what Dutch voters make of that. As ever though, guys, I will, of course, keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more. So please do like this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.